everything that's happened with Diddy right now.
Yeah.
Like, how does that affect you? Real relationship. I'm pretty sure you've built a relationship with him respectfully over the years of knowing who he is, what he represents.
Yeah.
Your show was on Revolt.
Yeah. I don't have a friendship with Diddy. He's not my friend. We don't hang out. We've texted a few times. I was on his network. I've been to many of his house parties. Let's start with different silos of Diddy, right? Okay, on one hand, cultural icon. He's done a lot for music, fashion, culture. He had a school, network ownership, one of the few black owners of a network. Musically, he's inspired the world for years. As a human being, he's had lots of conflict. You had Tupac's death, Biggie's death, all the drama. We had the shooting with J-Lo. Shine went to prison. Maybe he shouldn't have went to prison. There's always been these stories about Diddy being evil. I've heard he was the devil. I heard he was evil. He even once threatened me. But I don't know if it was the De Leon or Ciroc or if it just felt itself. But I was taking a picture in his house and he walked over and he said, "Don't you ever try me. I'm letting you know right now I'm a different type." I said, "Do you want to get in the picture or not? Because I'm drunk, you drunk, and I ain't about to do this with you." Yeah, he got in the picture, took the picture. He said, "Man, if you don't get your crazy Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde ass out of here." But you know, that was the little experience I had with him. But every text was always love. It was always cool. It was always nice to me. When I see him and Cassie together, I have a video somewhere on one of my Snapchats, them dancing through the house and having a great time, all love. I mean, I've seen Diddy have to hire extra security, almost the military, to stop people from wanting to scale the wall to get in his house because on the other side of that wall is Beyonce, Jay-Z, and every big star you want to know. T.D. Jakes was there too, but I don't know if he was busting open. I'm just saying. Because they said that too about the good bishop. This is what I hate about the internet. If you say it is true, if you think it is true, if somebody retweets it is true, everything ain't true. I don't know. What? I'm just saying, the fact that they said the bishop was busting open, I honestly had to take a break that week because I said, what we not going to do is take a man who's touched the world, pause, or whatever, and in a way that all of us have felt it in our spirits when we've needed to be filled up with the word of the Lord and we castrate him that way.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Diddy. We saw his kids the other day in handcuffs. Did we see Ivanka Trump and Trump Jr. in handcuffs? But they daddy got and they Spider-Man climbing up the wall to kill the vice president and take over Congress and stop an election. But we ain't seen a mugshot or nothing because we're teaching people watching black and brown gonna be treated one way, white gonna be treated another way. Black and brown gonna be cannibalized and evil and vilified. White folks, it's a misunderstanding. We won't call a mass shooting in this country terrorism because white people killing everybody. We gonna call it a debate over guns. No, it's terrorism when you go into school and kill 6-year-olds. This, you know, Kamala Harris, biggest issue I have with her is that she just has not been able to put her feet solid on the ground with the culture and understand she said that America's not racist and now is running around to every black church that will welcome her in there because she got some white person advising her telling her that's the way to get the black vote. So I feel very passionately about these things. I think with Diddy, what we're watching is we live in an era where celebrities got to be careful and got to be fearful at all times because all I got to do is put everything I want to say about you in a lawsuit. Let TMZ or Hollywood Unlocked or anybody run the lawsuit because you can't sue a lawsuit. It's a public document. Mm-hmm. So it got out to the public. So they did their dirty work. And then, regardless if you're guilty or not, you're going to lose everything.
For sure.
And then by the time you get to court, you lost it all. And okay, yeah, you didn't do it. It's crazy. So I'm not saying that Diddy didn't do it or he did do it. I think if he goes through his process like R. Kelly did, but we saw the R. Kelly tape, so we knew he did that. Y'all kept dancing in the name of love.
What's good, y'all? It's OB Media. Jason Lee goes crazy and he goes off Diddy. He said that he's not friends with Diddy. He texted Diddy a couple times. He went to his house, went to his parties. Man, this is just crazy, man. But everything what Diddy did, he was wrong for doing that shit. So we had to hold him accountable. Wrong is wrong. So a lot of people in the industry was always saying that Diddy is evil and Diddy is the devil. We heard a lot of shit like that. Diddy been doing crimes for a long time and was getting away. So a lot of people were saying that Diddy thought that he was untouchable. He think that he can just do anything and get away with it. That was the crazy part about the situation, man. Diddy was definitely wilding, but it is what it is, man. You need to watch a full video. Let's get it.
And asking if you could fly. You saw what that did to that little kid. You. But anyway, with Diddy, we didn't see all this stuff. I saw him and Cassie embracing each other, dancing and, you know, whatever. And then she said what she said. We don't know if it happened or didn't happen. We know she got a bag. We don't know how much. And then that opened the floodgates to dogpile on Diddy. And Diddy's lost it all. He's lost a school that was helping black kids. He's lost his clothing line that none of us were buying at Sean John over at Macy's. He lost Revolt. He lost his Grammy nomination. He lost the deal with Ciroc. He was getting $50 million a year. Don't get that deal's gone. He's lost it all. And then we're happy about that. I don't understand.
No, we're not.
Online are not us. Not
yeah.
I'm not happy or not happy, but I'm just like, wow.
Because what you're saying is propaganda, right? It's something that's shunned or hold on, shh, on one side, but on the other side, it's magnified to say these type of people are bad. When I look at the whole situation, I'm saying to myself, I don't know what side to take, and I'm not going. It's just too much to handle. But I see what's happening, and too many people are being affected. Me being a father, what does his children think? It's not fair, right? And I think one of the things for me is it's a lot of people that live vicariously through you, indirectly and directly, that is impacting your life. I know it's, beautiful twins, and I'm saying to myself, they're at an age now where, do they even go to school? How is that even happening? And, obviously, his sons was in handcuffs, and those are just the things that I'm like, but Bonka, Donald.
I know Justin. I don't know Christian as much as I know Justin. I've known Quincy probably 15 years. Those are really good kids. And I'm gonna call them kids even though they're grown, but they're really good people. To see them in handcuffs like that, I ain't gonna lie. And I don't know what's going on both sides, and I'm not a Diddy defender. Let me be very clear. If he did it, he should go to prison. Everybody that I've talked to says something about Diddy. He's evil, he's this, he's that.
But how can you say that?
Wait, but let me finish.
Okay.
If you can be an asshole, you can be evil. You can be pure evil. You could be a thief in publishing. You can be all these things. But that doesn't mean that you got your kids who are good kids out going to find young teenagers to bring back and have sex with. I don't know that to be those kids. If they find evidence that they did that, it would literally shock me because I know them and I don't know them to be those people. And I've never seen a kid at Diddy's house other than his own children. So I don't know Diddy to have a bunch of kids running around his house. And I've been to many of the parties. I haven't been there overnight. I haven't been there when the party's in. I don't know them intimately like that. So if it happens, I'd be like, wow. And then he should be held accountable. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I can't wait to the day that we stop rushing to judgment and taking everything away from people before they have their just due time in court, because you're setting up the next person for it to be easier for them. And the attorney that's behind this lawsuit that just launched, I just found out it's the same guy who went after Tiffany, who went after Nicki Minaj's husband, after he had served his time and all that, came back and said, oh wait, he went, Nicki, now let's get this bag. You trying to do whoop, whoop, whoop. And then it got quiet. He's an ambulance chaser that even tried to drag me into some. And I had secretly filmed him, recorded our conversation and put it online because I'm just not that one. I'm not afraid of I want all the smoke. So when I look at a lot of these celebrities that have all these brand deals that are tied to millions and millions of dollars, they don't have the freedom to go and advocate for themselves. So they just sit there and watch them just get destroyed. And I feel like for me, no matter how successful I get, I'd rather lose it all by standing up for myself and what I believe in and standing on what is and against what is not, than to sit by and just watch me lose everything being silent.
But isn't it a little contradicting that you say that on top of, you said it's usually coming from, in other words, it's our own people that's doing it. So with this media trend of the bashing of Diddy, it's coming from Hollywood Unlocked.
Well, we're not bashing him. We're reporting what's out there, but just as I sat here and told you my opinion of who's putting it out there, we just ran a story a minute ago that Young Miami, we got information she was at the Met Gala fitting in New York and not with the drug mule in Virginia Beach. I'm not their publicist, and if they want to hire me as a consultant to help them through the crisis, I'll consult them. But yeah, a platform is a platform. We don't go out and create lies about these people. We tell the stories that we see, that we know, and most of the celebrities that we have relationships with, we'll figure out through them, their team, or whoever, their perspective to make sure that there's a fair picture painted of what's happening. Amanda Seals once said something like, "You're a part of the problem, Jason. You're a part of the problem." Well, who's the problem? The people that can't digest enough for these stories, the people creating the news that we're writing about, or the people making money from doing it? Everybody's a part of this ecosystem of chaos that we are experiencing right now, because the world is it's just one click away. And every 15 minutes, there's a new chaotic moment happening, right? But I will say that I'm looking at it as fair as I can all the time, because I'm close enough to enough people to where I can see and go, wow, I see this story that's been written about you that's not true. So let me help you learn how to tell your story better, or what happened here. And that's why I think I have so many relationships, because people know I'm not just in this for the clicks. Yeah. The clicks gonna come, but I want to get to the heart of what's actually happening.
Check this out, since the clicks gonna come. You've been a part of a lot of high-profile industry feuds.
Me?
Mr. Lee.
But they're all one-sided. I swear to God, I have a heart. I don't even be doing nothing.
3 of them that come to mind.
3?
Yeah.
No.
Jordan Woods and Khloe Kardashian.
That was that conflict? That was somebody who dropped off. Wasn't mine. Just saying.
Amber Rose and Kim Kardashian.
Really? No.
Kanye West and Kris Jenner.
Well, here's the deal. I text Kris the other night and she didn't respond to me. Kris is in her feelings. I'm sure she has less birthdays ahead than she has behind her. So she has to find peace at some point. Kris Jenner, there's probably a text somewhere of me saying, you know, you're my industry mom. Because I used to love Kris Jenner. When I was friends with Rob Kardashian, I loved her because she's smart, she's sharp, she's a gangster when it comes to getting a deal done. And she will do anything as a mama bear to protect her children. And I think as I evolved into being who I am, she lost track of that and didn't pay attention. And last text I said to her before this one the other day was, one day you're going to meet a and I'm somebody that don't text me, don't call my phone with that bullshit no more. And the industry would say, oh my God, you can't talk to Kris Jenner like that, because she was popping pee. And every time she popped that pee, Kardashian came out. The Kardashians don't run my life. They don't turn my light on or off. My water flows whether a Kardashian likes me or not. And we wouldn't let a black girl pop her pee the way we let Kim and make the whole family famous, but we'll let Kim because she's Kim Kardashian. I ain't subscribed to the book. I love the Kardashians for work because it's a lot to talk about, but it's a lot to talk about. You had a daughter who went through a transformation and thought it made her so beautiful that her man would stay at home, and he went and dropped off. And it just happened to be to the girl that lived in the backyard of your sister's house. Now, why is it my fault because I told the story? That's my job. Do you get mad at the man in the drive-thru window at Taco Bell because he hands you a taco? You pulled up for that taco. Eat taco. So all I do is just serve up the tacos. Some mad because it's too hot. Spicy. Some people get too spicy. Oh my God, I didn't want that. Then go eat a salad. You had a taco at this destination. That shit's spicy. It's spicy. And when I told Kris Jenner how she need to eat that taco and how she need to. Don't call this phone about that taco again.
This taco stand closed.
Because I don't lose anything if the Kardashians don't like me. I don't lose anything if they don't pull up for me. They ain't pulled up yet. So it was crazy that the evolution of that relationship led to me being Team Kanye while he was going through his divorce with Kim Kardashian. Now, let me ask you this as a black man. How many kids you got?
8.
Say, for instance, you and your baby moms, your wife, you're getting a divorce. All your kids is in the house with her while you trying to figure it out. She go and find her some white boy. I'll just say white because this was this situation. Pete Davidson, remember? And Pete Davidson and his sick ass riding around your neighborhood with kids sitting on his lap, tattooing their names on his neck, and gaslighting you as a black man. Then your baby mom, she using the press up because she know if you lose it, when you go to court for them kids, she gonna be able to show how crazy you are. Any black man, any man going through that is going to lose it. And that's what was happening to Kanye at the time that I was working with him. So every day I'm trying to motivate him to find creative ways of articulating his thoughts. And this is Kanye, who's just Kanye without all that.
Yeah.
On top of that, now I got to look at some man riding around. And then after this man, one day I was on the phone with Kanye. Pete Davidson had texted him a text of him laying in Kim Kardashian's bed and said, I'm in bed with your wife. Where you don't know where your kids are. Who's watching the kids? You can't, the security stopping you from going in the house to see your kids, a house that you built. yes, you would lose it. But Kris Jenner's so masterful, she'll make the world hate you in the midst of you losing it for that you should be losing it for. So, I'm not taking
How does another man text another man? It's certain things that's sacred. I ain't gonna lie. Coming from a man, and I don't have sexual jurisdictions with women who I love, meaning my baby mothers.
Yeah.
I've moved on, they've moved on.
Right.
But at the same time, you better not ever, I don't give a damn if that jurisdiction is over or not, out of respect, if you text me, I'm with your baby mama right now.
So imagine this. The world already think you crazy because Kanye's done a lot of crazy shit, but then this happened. How you supposed to respond?
Yeah.
I said to him, don't respond. If you post anything, even though you'd be right now there's so much going on, because this is when he was like burning the social media down every day. I was like, please don't.
Boom.
He didn't. Pete Davidson, smart, had his friend posted on social media. So it went viral. Now you caught Kanye's attention publicly. Then he responded. That's how masterful they were at trying to get this man to lose it. And I ain't gonna lie, I lost a lot of respect for the Kardashians because we know, you like our, but you don't like our issues. You ain't gonna march for Black Lives Matter unless it's the black that you care about. All your kids look like me, all of them, except for Courtney, because she said, keep them away from me. And keep all them over there. But her kid's flipping you off every time you turn around. Okay? But isn't Courtney's husband somebody him too? When he was married to Shanna Mokler? Anyway, I just report the news.
The tea.
I report the news. I'm asking you, wait, listen, I'm asking a question.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Odell. I heard he dodged that one. There's new reports that I love Odell. Odell, you are smart. I tried to piece that with Kim. I ran into her at Booby Trap recently at the strip club. Yeah. She was coming out the bathroom. I was like, what up, Kim? And it was awkward because I love her hustle and I want to be a fan, but they just be doing that we can't do and they be doing it to us and we be sitting by saying, got your skims? Like, for real? I'm sick of it. Ain't nobody keeping up with the Kardashians no more. You do a show called Keeping Up with the Kardashians, then be mad when we keep up with you. What do you want? Khloe wants you to stop talking about her hands. They look like dead chicken bones. The f we supposed to do? You had a show called Revenge Body. What's the revenge? You went and got it sucked and tucked. Stop asking me questions. Go next question. No, because I've changed. I've evolved. Next question.
I'm Jason
See, this is why I don't
Lee.
like doing long form interviews, because after an hour, it's like,
hey, you know what? They always ask, like, in production, like, or I ask myself this, what do I want from this interview? I want somebody to be like, yo, I never knew I needed a Jason Lee and Cam Newton collab.
yeah. They're going to love it. I don't care whether people like or don't like me, like or don't like what I say, like this opinion or not. When I leave here, I'm going to go and have the best meal that I can find in Atlanta, and I'm going to be fine. And then I'm going to go home and do my job, and then I'm going to listen to gospel music, probably going to play the Foo Fighters, and then circle back and hit the new Kanye paid. I just here to get paid. I don't care. Everybody's going to digest. Yeah,
I'm just saying. Look, you know what? Let's change the energy real quick. Here we go. You good?
His producer over there trying to get me in trouble.
No, put some respect on. That's the president. El Presidente, might I add. Kristen Mother Myers.
Her title keeps changing. First it was here, just have this drink.
She was a barista.
But ain't that what happened at Diddy House? Just had it.
Hey, okay. Let's change.
Allegedly.
Listen,
it's a joke. God. Yeah, I see, I do one joke.
Like, he came here with vengeance.
No.
And I'm just trying to put on the good show.
No, wait, because when they said that the bishop was busting it open.
Okay.
No, let me tell you what. Real quick, because I love TD Jakes. No. I defended him on Twitter because I was like, you know what? I'm not finna have y'all saying the bishop busted open because I love him like women that aren't loose. Pause. But then I thought the time I met him was at Diddy House, so my framework for context was going to be weird. But I just, I love the good bishop. I only brought that up because we all just need to pray. We're in a time where we need prayer. For real.
I think too many people are being accused of something that in this day and age, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Facts.
Rather than innocent until proven guilty. With that being said, Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
Can we get into our game?
Yes.
Hold up, man. This interview is interesting, man. Jason Lee goes in on Kanye and he goes in on Diddy. Man, everything that is going on with Kanye, they try to make Kanye broke. They take his Adidas deal from him. Man, he was losing a lot of money, man. And then they're trying to take Kanye kids from him. So a lot of people are saying that Kanye is crazy. Something is wrong with Kanye. Nothing is wrong with Kanye, man. He's just exposing the industry and everything that is going on. So he's not the only one that is a black billionaire that is going through stuff. The same thing that happened to Diddy, all of the shit that they've been doing, all of the rumors of Diddy being with TD Jakes. I don't know how true it is, but TD Jakes is a preacher. He's a pastor. Why would you be at Diddy's house? So a lot of people were saying that he was praying for the sheets and the bed. I don't know what he was doing, man, but he was there. They were doing all type of shit, man. The Holy Ghost was in the presence. But all I can say about Diddy, man, that ninja was just a different type of wild. He be doing all type of freaky shit. So I believe that what I see happen in Hollywood, these ninjas take drugs, they fly in prostitution, they do all type of coke and all type of drugs, man. So understand that they want things that they can get their freak off so that they can get their kicks, because everyone is fighting to get into a Diddy party. People are trying to scale the fence. People are trying to make fake ID just to be in that shit. So this shit been going on for a long time, and people been saying that Diddy was always a freak. Diddy is a devil. Diddy is a demon. He got something to do with Tupac getting killed. Biggie Smalls. I don't know how true it is, but I believe that most of this shit is not far from the truth. Some of this shit is near to the truth, man. So understand that all of the shit that been going on with him, he lose all of his deals. He had to sell Revolt. He went against that liquor company. So everything was just getting crazy for him at that moment. He was getting a lot of lawsuits, and lawsuits are still coming out. So I don't know when he's gonna get a break. He's trying so hard so that he can catch a break. But this type of reputation that this guy got, man, it can't change the world, man. It is just crazy, man. Everyone is gonna see him the same way, as a demon, like to use people, use his power, take advantage, like to put his hands on females. Man, he was definitely wrong for doing all of those shit that he done. So we had to hold him accountable. He had to be the fall guy. So a lot of people are saying that Jay-Z is snitching. A lot of celebrities are snitching on Diddy. I don't know how true it is, but all I can say, Diddy's not telling shit. He's keeping everything to the buck. He's not explaining shit. He's taking all of the charges like a man. So I know that Diddy's not the only one getting freaky at those parties. A lot of powerful people are involved. But Diddy had to take the fall so that everyone could be safe. But it is what it is, man. It's OB Media. Have a blessed day.
The reason Diddy is cooked is because Diddy put Ezeli Dantor on his back. And it ain't enough people talking about this for me. But that's because most of y'all don't know who Ezeli Dantor is. Ezeli Dantor. Let me tell you about it. Dantor is a voodoo spirit. A Loa. Very high ranking. Very vicious. This is who took down the French. This one spirit took down the French with the Haitians against the French. Dantor did all that. And that is who riding Diddy right now. Diddy is over. Even if Diddy got out, I'm trying to tell y'all. That man mindset, his whole spirit, I feel like she got that man's spirit. Nobody's talking about it. Even the spiritualists. It ain't enough spiritualists talking about this. Diddy put Ezeli Dantor on his back. And this ain't just any spirit. This one of the ones you don't just play with. This one of them ones. Do you hear me? He had to not read nothing. Somebody must have told him, no, this is gonna protect you right here, man. This is gonna protect you. Somebody must have told him that with zero to no knowledge, he went and laid his ass on his stomach and got the most vicious voodoo spirit that protects women and children. By all means, I'm talking about will take your head off your motherfucking neck. One of her forms, she shows up with blood coming out of her mouth, blood coming out of her eyes. She's not gang. I just don't understand that situation. And nobody's talking about it because people don't understand what's happening. Diddy is going down finally, not because of what he's done, but because of what he's done. Yeah.